Yeah, comme memo be konton na viewership akumada baga promoli along nyin case start la iya jomale 2023 yo comme sanji fula saba komanto a chocho wulta dame along ko gambia la fani tiol na police ol meli along ko be doku wala suto nen tilika mol protect anin na fulol yo wakamala sukuta traffic light mafa na sanji fula komanto anata sabu na police fula la fala ko e bunki dola do bije wobe batar mbake fay jara lo soto la tano so mbolo kono fonnata futa bi kitiyo be kering enata memmuda wolom Ousainou BOJANG ko sobita ko nyin tilimbali amen keta e ko yatalo tumi ko atala baratala so bo kono wo kiskisi role dinon ta fana da fuda ya bar muso fana na mutola memu ami BOJANG e ko de mal kabra ya lon ko barin ko barata nyinna ya de ma pour ka fundinde Gambia banko kan so kamala anata ke kititi me alon ko ay jama la attention o muta bake mo jama interest kitio nyinna bake because murder case everywhere aka ko nyala it is a capital offense dame alon ko mo jama ka interest ala soko nyi nyong hanane na keta Gambia yo amandali kake dame alon ko e kan nafani tiol muta ke bum kidola nyala me alon ko watambita lanola so mfudata woldo fo sanje fula kiti yo nyimbe takan ku jama tambita je yo fo mfudata kun ko musafu no tariko kita banko kan dame alon ko justice Ibrahima Jaite ay kiti yo kuntu kiti yo me alon ko jama yilla men na wala natake kaje ko kiskisirol ning cede jarol mel lata kiti bu nyati liwna yo nata menyitandi wolom ko Ousainou BOJANG manke moti me alon ko abarata nyin kula ye memfo yo bare menjikila te wonata wara yo asuno warta fandang because jama nyanda me understand we are not living in a lawless society dame alon ko loi mantari bankoka so we live in a society where we are guided by laws loi be mor marakan manyal to be kumol mel fola yo anembe dunna mun kullato manyana ko ku melke wala luala bi jambe marka adun constitution wala bodo men ko tobende ka londe so kamala mol futata kunu justice Ibrahima Jaite yalla kitio kuntu membe denne nyinna so kamala bi jama contente ko inna but jama nada men folom ko kitio nyin because man sakunda ku jamal dunta je jannembe futala kunu yo bere mol futata woto kunu ngaje bi jama be larin ko kunum fa Ousainou nal bar muso e be bulala le say sanje fulay ni la mol manyoje ni hayma bita fo tili keme kononto tili muwannin kononto ebe mansabulu ebe kasabuna na central prison yo wakamala kunum birin kiti o teta mol futata dolta court ye ko nyim witness dame alongo alo jamfata yo bar bi nada men jajikila te warta silafana warta yo because police all meli along with the lenyanta ka loi protect to maintain law and order ka loi ni tenku sabatin de banko kan wal nada be maka nyin na me nyala me along ka jikila te warta because court me court la kuma along na muna na mol kata code number 1 nyanda ko interrogate la why mol ka code approach nata no nyin ku sifal keta you know because ne mo fa keta and ne manta court akamuda ko saimbe mem fenge ka wolom ne me mem fa ni sembo men not wrong jungle wall mem sembo be men kan we boy woka men diata yake so wobena me wulula wolom survival of the fittest you know nyeba banko me mel no we bara wala but me akinda nembe court recognized as the last resort for legal redress is simply because we wanted to be guided by laws. We want to live in a dignified and a civilized life. Malafi can live like those dafion kamar nyame ni me menodro ye boy wakandro ya domo o ye boy akan komi sembo banya so wala na nyimko bira futa the court masa kunda bang anin the defense will be alone nako yes call them the only competent authority mel se nyimko banno wala ne be sonda from the get go pour kata court so Kabri agreed at a court Whatever comes out of that legal proceedings, inyanta ko respect le. You understand? So that will be a contempt of court because court la ruling ibolo doyaka. So akamudo ko imandar court damban doyaka, but you are trying to undermine the constitution of the Gambia, which is the supreme law of the land. Because Gankola Maral Kitabo be Senarin. At the first place, Adel Tata Kata court. Simply because Albela ko Lara court ni nalako, Kube Bola Jele, it a less mole fatan no. Kaja ko Tonya be Jomala Bulan and Jomala Boeta. Cabrillo agreed to wala, it had for 2 years. Kitio membetaka fumol futata kunu. Jojo yala kitio kuntu. Anara fundiko tilimbalia ning luatnya yola taman ningen blood. Because evidential melbe nyitata abe men nyitandi wolom ko masakuna mantani luala.
Exactly.
Yo, because muna albe Ousainou Mutala watara tellement evidence soto me alon ka bal proof la ko yes nyinna mu nsam Ousainou kitindi no nyinna fire boy. So wakam for mol futa da bi sa court ka nyanta bulala.
You see?
Court ka nyanta bulala sa enken fofo to court yes santo fofo court wo court I cannot shoot. So Justice Ibrahim Jaita yala ruling di kunu mol bening mixed feeling but aje dol contenta dol neo sew sunuta because funding me alon ko asiyo mahan sanji tanansi ase keno etalale ase keno ndala wala na funding ke nyanda kan hakilo to back ne Ousainou mantanka ndanite mantanka de fade mantanka samba fana mantanka lon kilim fana sa boy non ndanite be kan ne yamol muta ye nyi tumir sifa dankana. Imagine Ousainou BOJANG hanima Ousainou na ko jube sain kadum funding ke mod bara bari muso me alon ko elected in moda me alon ka do susin durol for 2 years wudi ñu be ñaad hanni wodi mu mental ni yo foye wala life better than ñaadi la
wallahi
one need to think deeply ka ko ñu korosi ñu manke jusukuti this is a battle of mind hakilo la ñanda tamala but sa munanna police ol meli alon ko bring release document men ka to ben ka bona Ministry of Justice ka jego ñi ñanda bulala because code yela vadik di lo ka ñanda ka bulala yo biri fudata je somanda kibaro le mem funde ndembe menje ka wolom code biri fudata je ye more than 4 hours or 4 hours yolole at the main entrance of the Mile 2 Central Prison.
Look at that, you see?
You understand? Waiting for the prison authorities just to sign and approve that document to have them released. Yo but nga menje rongaje ko it is it has been pre-planned. Yo kaje ko whenever he leaves the Mile 2 Central Prison, the next approach should be arrest at that spot and take him to police headquarters in Banjo. That is what we have seen. So one can say that it has been planned way before George Meno Fayeke Kunu. Because they were not optimistic that Justice Jaidala Vadigning will go in their favor.
Yeah, they weren't expecting that.
That was not the expectation they had previously. So this is the problem. So what are they trying to tell us? Number one, wolom ko saying law benyim banko kandan, but it is selective application of the law.
Exactly, wolom.
You understand? Because nga moja maljebe involved in this case, isi a miracle muna from the onset. The evidential mel be provide. Nemwembe in case follow because I have been a keen follower in case. You understand? From Birkama area council, he was at the UDP case ruling for something like that. He was there in a hoodie. Exactly. He was a rebel that who has been, one can say he has been employed from Kasamazi Prukana to do this heinous crime. Obey your present and it has been proven wrong.
You see?
You understand? That is legally unjustifiable. Yes, some told Nati, come some told Melialonko, the footprint of Ousainou BOJANG. But still, Ousainou BOJANG was some told Manku Ousainou BOJANG. Why is it that when police will let Ousainou BOJANG arrest? Why did they format his phone? Understand? Because that is a deliberate attempt to distort facts and evidence. Because Nibelari Fana, why do you have to format his phone?
No need.
When that phone should have been a material evidence mentioned that presently before the court. Because court logs and other details inside the phone should have been presented before the judge.
Yes.
Sayo Fanambondi. Why is it that Birim Mankajan daily tata to Jujulung, an investigation on Menke, Birafuta Jandrake, he has been arrested?
Exactly. So,
you understand? So, why is it that still Mankajan daily investigation in Jujulung has not been released for public consumption? That is a legitimate question one should ask. So Kabiri will be gradually, for that level, they can't know this has been pre-planned. You understand? Just to cover up, and murder is a heinous crime.
Wahi.
And this not only evil, but it is wicked, you know, to accuse someone or frame someone for murder.
Wallahi.
Imagine the need wuluta nyokan data school kuonku nga nyolong. One day like out of nowhere Modo Kwede Gomfansu has been arrested because he is a rebel.
Wallahi.
You understand? This is not rocket science. Conventional wisdom will tell you that this is something impossible.
Wallahi.
But the state has an interest in this matter.
Yeah.
And you might follow the Kajako Banco na government ka court order disregard. This is not the first order from Ousainou BOJANG na case Jija.
Exactly. The likes of
Borala case manager. You understand? So the government, what they are trying to tell us is that they don't have respect for institutional independence.
So come Musa Genoko, they don't have respect for this institution sign. So it because more by program problem also court. But court la verdict direct mansa kundaka disregard. So it so
comme nga fe nyame kula menjigalate warta adu anyanda mo silala mo me alonko bankola kuwa yeshula. Because at the end of the day, ndal wuluta nyim banko la kang naba nyama nyanda balula nyim banko la kang ngafa nyim banko ka yamol sutura nyim banko ka. You understand? Yo but yes. Nibe nyim banko kang alonko Ousainou BOJANG na nyante kele kawandi bald. Whether ka NPP support or you are pro government or whatsoever. Inyanta ki hakilo to ye mira bake. Kaje ko Ousainou BOJANG, one can say he is apolitical because he has no connection with UDP,
yes,
with any other political party. But why is it that he has been cherry-picked to have been the prime suspect for this heinous crime?
Wallahi.
So ndani da fana seta takane ya muda ya je ko yes itele nyinke.
Definitely.
Ousainou BOJANG be dame ndani te be setar no jela because man fisa Ousainou BOJANG.
Okay.
So kambe nyita no wolom banko bita kan nyame wolom banko bita kanne towards lawlessness. Luantaya banko ka because loi bije one thing but munaga loi effective in the ala implementation of. Because the law will be reduced to nothing if it is not implemented.
Yeah, definitely.
And implemented according to the law. Yo so saibe men create ka wolom ebe an anarchy society bole create ka wherein men diata medro woke. Especially nemu pro government supported.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that woman. Remember, she has been going rampage on people.
Definitely.
Yes, simply because ebe bulala mola for kuma jamal ka fo ebe bulala mola ebe Ousainou BOJANG kajafila Ousainou BOJANG nana mon kuke mama jabela bari salon ko sembo be bul bol Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala men del beda adale sembo so do mo bede
wallahi
fondinke o me alon ka bogo Ousainou BOJANG iko muda yo arrest for 2 years. Nimam Balafawe, what did me alonga Bamaka Susin for 2 years, 929 days, at least. Yanta Balafawe.
Wallahi.
Yobasai, Yingamen than the Wollam Mbemurukan dictatorship lakona. Yes, because Ning Melialonko political expert, a can poor for a Komkajako, the countries that are transitioning to democratic rule, mostly Nime Hakiloto. Iman strong institutional kaja ko the necessary reforms are akamena de ko ko man the democratic backsliding
and mole je kan sign.
You understand? That is gradual reversion to autocracy abo wulula memurna mbotan ndame.
Exactly.
And Mbenjeka is just like a replay of Jambe's era.
Wallahi.
Ibe mo mudale be arrest la ye detain dula me along it is unknown. Even more mudale be arrest la they will be transporting them like commodities.
Wallahi. Mukale ki samba damim phone.
Exactly. Even more mudala fana be detained beyond 72 hours.
Wallahi.
That is a constitutional violation. Nimmo me alonko masakunda me alonko. You know, you are a believer of constitution.
They are believers of constitution, but mukoji.
Yeah, but in reality, what are we seeing? We are seeing constant violation of the constitution from the state.
Definitely.
For simply expressing their opinions.
Yeah.
So what are you telling us? But it is a selective law. And it will be selectively applied. So we are layman, we have no connection. So it means that our situation could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely. I say worse no.
So Ousainou BOJANG nada no molma wuli, pruka support. Probably this boy as a life they spend no behind bars. The same thing happened in the case of Bob Keita. To call for his release from prison. Right now, Bob will have been languishing in prison.
Yeah, definitely.
And will be at least near you when you be your soul. He can arrest for nothing. Simply because ask you plan sort of mailongo you want you have a common goal you'll have to achieve at the end of the day. Because why is it the Bidding Court verdict yesterday? The public expectation was Ousainou and his sister in their family be reunited like after a prison for 929 days. Imagine neither male family for just 1 week. But problem today, Ousainou Defense Council, yeah, many than the world. Yes, you respect all the bankola kajego, yes, court bijan. Meta court, state fan parade wala neta court.
Definitely.
So you name back off from the onset.
You really guy boy.
But for bring more footage, evidence be present. Aliala, if is it brief of evidence? Aliala sere jarul be la fa pareta. Say verdict tada. Why is it that new verdict fan I time out thing? Because it's very good that Fanang Justice Ibrahim Jete, he is a great law for George Mealonko. I couldn't fight back.
It's a no nonsense guy. He doesn't tolerate.
Exactly. So, wala na birabe in case kunandama hakil fula soto. Ndal nako if Ni Ousainou ya nata no Ousainou makula. Ousainou will be released. Because I know Justice Jai, Mba follow and I have been following him, Hande Malo in person. But that man is a great legal mind of high intellect.
Definitely. Mel found yala yole feko even during his time. Monamat mealon ko tonya ko dura katar wolto.
Yes. Yeah, but signing come in and wolom sign more mantanga banko kan koteken.
No.
I for one nenka will every day nka will with the expectation that come mengeda nyi nasa kenonna.
Yeah.
You understand? Adundel Melialonko, we had no connection, we have nothing. One could say. It's a will no labor mol arrest. Imagine Usaina Wulula Albetaranyadila in this situation.
Wallahi.
Not a nundani ninkedan tanitel and the Lawula Albetaranyadila.
Wallahi. Askeno
don't come near Kutam Fana. Wolte Kalnoko Kang, come Nimbemuna fil. Usaina mun plan la in these Paris 2 years, Anyanda can me achieve.
Wallahi.
He has been all those opportunities are after Anyanda can mention within this span of 2 years.
Affordable.
Simply Abinara accused men it has been legally proven unjustifiable.
You see? But still now, in my life is funny.
Yeah, but still now, why are you so obsessed with this case? Why? Because Kodia Senendeloko Usain is not at a manga mode main far. Okay. You understand? So you can say argument that is your opinion. But the court is the only competent authority for legal litigation. So then we listen to the court, not any individual or in opinion matters. Right now, the limit recognize is the verdict of Justice Jade. Justice Jadeko, he should be allowed to go home. Why are you reluctant to do that? Then because me Usain Murtas work on another family, then the next question, the critical question and the most uncomfortable question would be who killed the cops?
Yeah, I'm all parliamentary making them uncomfortable, bro. Yeah,
yes, because with all the evidences the element present, it has been proven Kajako among it's wrong. It is legally, undependable. One cannot depend on it from a legal standpoint. You say, well, clear that Usain released from prison. Then the next question would be, who are the real killers?
Definitely.
Because these are accountability questions we need to ask. You understand? So, Asila Warabake, Niajibe Bankoka, you are interested in politics or governance or any other thing that has to do with Gambia, you have to be very careful. They are living in a foreign land, but they arrest.
Yeah, arrest.
You understand? So continue to believe in Bangkok.
It is Ousainou today. It could be anyone tomorrow. Moses do not know. So Nita Ousainou is only for Bojang Kunda. Then you are mistaken.
Exactly. So what fandi. So Molnyan daki hakilo to back. And because a lawyer memfo, there is more to this. Kujamala benyum koma ndal mambelong. You understand? Because kuno ni ala interview GB after the verdict, Justice Jadela final ruling ying. Lawyer Jada boy memfa ko they know the real killers. You understand? So now the question would be, they will not release Ousainou BOJANG because no release. That the next question would be, who are the real killers?
And
people have started to ask that question.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is just the beginning of this legal battle. Because and secondly, what will happen is Ousainou BOJANG will counter-claim against the state. What about that?
Okay.
Because ale damage men lantakam from economic reputation or alena time member ways na family and all other things you put them together, Yajibe.
No, definitely.
You understand? So Ousainou BOJANG cannot allow that to go scot-free. You understand? He must challenge this at court. One can say that Alena life damage for a span of 2 years. Another accused man, among law, sign that court alem compensate.
Yeah.
And more responsibility because Ousainou BOJANG has been tortured under detention. Evidence all you'll find in them.
Yeah.
You understand? So, one important element in this matter is the audio, the controversial audio of Mama Jabi, where she alleged that Hussein had confessed to have been the killer of these people. You understand? But that audio was never presented at court.
Yeah. That audio was never.
So why is it that Mama Jabi, with all this ranting, going rampage on people, castigating people, using vulgar language against people, why did you fail to present that before the court? For Mama Jabi present that before the court.
No. and come here as a witness, but I'm thinking. I'm kuma for because justice get the kabiraba la kito kunda I would laugh on a man.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I came with.
Okay.
Ngafe wala ko komi Mama Jabi na ta jele kaje ko atem witness ladi but kabring ya ni tan ko confessor ni ba kala ni be confess la, that means you need to provide audio recording or video recording. Kamwel. Yeah, so it was nowhere to be found. Come here for Nyami.
Yeah, but yes, but Mama Jabi, you know, in my opinion, he should have been invited to court.
Yeah.
You understand? Why is it that Yamankaman daily Samba court? When his investigation has not been published? You understand? One can say that Mama Mankajamfana has no business in this case. But simply because it has a direct connection with this matter, then they had to call him to appear before the court. So Munana Mama Jabi Mealonko Aku Usin confessed boy confession. Confession is a legal question. One can say, you know, Janiba for more confessed that there are so many things in that can consider before you arrive at that conclusion.
Definitely.
You understand? But say you for you can't confess the audio menafana, you fail to present that before the court.
Wallahi.
Ye nyininga wale ko funo obedela funo menkono tinyada. Another attempt to distort and conceal evidence and facts.
Yeah, definitely.
So wala na mume alonko ibenin case follow kan I have no doubt in my mind come Ousainou BOJANG te frila. Never. I never heard that even for a moment Kafa to frila. I frila. Provided that more evidential melje, you know, those people who evidential are very clear. And they are legally dependable. Mosela no menga. Ima justice jadela vadik janiari kuno. Muna na ko state la evidence I muna use ako it is unbalanced, incomplete and unverified. Amantembe adum fana amantimma adum fana model la no la statement fongo in evidence nina. Because the evidence will be present are unverifiable.
Yeah.
Then still would be clear. What they should do is that the state should open, you know, a special investigation into this matter. Not a no statement direct connection with it.
That's definitely.
When in the mankuke, I don't want them to become gongafenge. I don't tell them the right authority to clear the air. Then what I will do in my capacity as the head of state is to conduct a very special investigation into the matter, can verify and to know what actually happened. Who are the real killers?
Definitely.
That is not a difficult thing to do.
Very simple.
Yeah, but still, you go back to that innocent boy with that, lactating mother, she has been languishing behind bars for 2 years. Health condition undermine no.
Definitely.
Because that is one thing, but the emotional connection between the child and the mother, have so many effects of upbringing.
Yeah, definitely. Wallah.
You understand? As our intelligence affect knowledge. It may mirror with Bella, but still, code ruling. This is funny, bro.
Yeah, it's really funny, bro.
Because code ruling the code me along the fire code create. So what we are seeing is executive interference into our judicial activities.
Yeah, that's what we are seeing clearly.
So then they are trying to undermine the principle of separation of powers.
Yeah.
And this alone is a very serious offense. Cordial verdict di ako aletama nyum verdict la. Allah until the 11th hours, you decided to float the court order. Then alemengi wolom to go and arrest Ousainou BOJANG and take him and his sister to police headquarters in Banjul. After another Murundi prison court.
Exactly. So
no video gibe ke mirala kom nindala nyinde na family bekela nyade ngala di sungudi nin doje ba kam because ngala fala system wo be kumbo kanyam.
Yeah, at the phone kumbo kanne ke scafa ko we are with you because it is too emotional. Kabirente phone to jibe I was really emotional nak ngaje ko wala ngam fanyinin ka ni munteltino wala mbadi no musa. Exactly.
Sani fanyinin ka wala then inanda kalon ko this government should not be trusted anymore. Yeah, because menkadandala nyina asikenon tani te belal.
Yeah, this government coming ngole fe ngoy government nyin kanyantalon nako we no longer trust them.
Exactly. Well, Gambia, for me, as far as I'm concerned, Gambia been dictatorship at this point in time. Yes, because dictatorship, y'all come one more fail can understand. Then the more ba realize like a dictatorship the Bangkoka. Wakata remove a mole count.
Yeah, you are right.
You understand? Yajambe has doing all those heinous crimes. Shortly their government, but people will not know that simply because they were tired of the slow pace, according to their arguments, of the development member keka on the Jawara.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's why they embrace these soldiers with a difference. But Yajambe started to go off track. He has lost the track of leadership from the onset. But people fail to realize that because Imalongo dictatorship takes gradual process.
Yeah.
You understand? So I be any muta, yeda muta, same do fana muta. Then what will funny at a modo muda commenkeda in the case of Solos and Legion, ye fa.
Wallahi.
Then Walter Gambian will by realize like on the whole then dictatorship lakono.
Yeah.
So what this is indicating is that Gambia transitional justice process is failing. TRRC is a failure. Because Munana TRRC from Mola Banco the follow because Pula Kadanu so lafta ko finger. You understand? Because why do you want to restore democracy? Let's go into that. Why?
Yeah.
Because democracy has been eroded. You understand? You cannot restore something if it has not been damaged.
Yeah, definitely.
So what in 2016, then Moldunta, we ushered Gambia into a new dispensation. So reform process will start. Jana Commission Lota to look into the financial dealings of Gambia. And his economic junglers.
Yeah.
But more be jube for TRRC for that. Who could have thought that TRRC would be politicalized?
Nobody.
You understand? But Sayo Bege, the victims are still living with that with those pains.
Wallahi.
Still.
They have not been compensated or compensated in half. So for more for that level security sector reform betaka. For the security sector reform, you know, is it showing a good sign?
No.
One could ask.
Yeah.
Why is it that still the police and this other security apparatus must obey executive order, even it is unlawful?
Lie.
Adal kambe da wolomko security sector reform is not saying massive progress. Because nse obey on the basis that the command you are given is lawful, it's within the limit of the law.
Yeah, definitely.
But muna na be ning police ol meli alongo nada nuye law long. For me, nimbe police be I would have resigned.
Huh?
If I were Justice Jaiti today, I would have tendered my resignation. Because this is a total disrespect and total disregard for institutions.
You see?
An institution has judiciary, which is a separate organ of the state. Boy, yin sila warta back.
Yeah, boy, yin kula me alongo asila warta back. Njigita nim konga be fo binda be fo labi. But so I'm based on the koteke. So myself when your time moment you'll be available. Time sa jibe komi Gambia nyan sini mune keno. Purungam fan kanam fan taran ning dictatorship kono. So inshallah we'll talk about that.
All right, thanks for your time.
No problem, baraka.
Thank you.
Okay, mbadi une ala baraka bake mbadan na janne fo soma drom inshallah nimbadi mala mumen ketam fansu kamarati ay kuma kende bali fo mi yalon ko kuma ta bak sinin fanam ba sot la janne inshallah ni mediam la men na wolom gambe se mun keno pour kana muru dictatorship kan ala baraka bake